I know I'm not the only one in this entire book community who's also simultaneously obsessed with BuzzFeed quizzes. Hi besties, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, we are in bed. I was sitting here, it's a little chilly. I finished the book I was reading yesterday and I'm bored, and I was scrolling through my Kindle and I didn't really find anything specific that I wanted to read, so I thought, why not do something fun? Let me combine my love for BuzzFeed quizzes with books. So there was a time in my life where I used to just sit in bed at night and spend hours taking random BuzzFeed quizzes. Some may say it's an addiction, but it's not an addiction. It's just fun. This is like the first time after months that I'm probably gonna go on BuzzFeed, but I thought, of course, there's going to be a quiz. So I go on BuzzFeed and I look for a quiz, and I thought this was really fun to do. So what I want to do for this video, I am a huge fan of Pixar movies, and I absolutely love any emotional Pixar movie. I wanted to convey my love for that, and I want inside out characters to pick my next read. And by that I mean I'm going to be taking a BuzzFeed quiz that tells me which inside out character I am, and whatever character I get, I'm going to pick a book cover that matches the character. I'm hoping I have a color that matches whatever character I get. If I don't, then I'm gonna go based on the vibes of the book, but my first choice will be to go by color. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. Let me open up the quiz really quick, and then I will screen record as well so you guys can watch side by side. So I'll just put it up right here when I start screen recording, and we will take this quiz together. Okay, here it is. I got the quiz. So we are going to scroll down, start right here. Okay, so my main goal is I want to get something that would match one of the books from my November TBR, just because I want to get going with that. I still have, I think, 4 books that I haven't read from there. So let's start. First, choose a Disney song to sing at karaoke. Let It Go, Frozen, Part of Your World, The Little Mermaid, Be Our Guest from Beauty and the Beast, How Far I'll Go from Moana, Friend Like Me, Aladdin, Hakuna Matata. Okay, so my options that I would go for is like Be Our Guest or Friend Like Me. If I'm doing it with a friend, I think I'd do Friend Like Me, but if I'm doing it alone, I think Be Our Guest from Beauty and the Beast, because I was in a Beauty and the Beast musical. Pick a Pixar movie to watch with friends. The Incredibles, Ratatouille, Turning Red, Toy Story, Monsters Inc., Cars. I'm not that big of a Toy Story fan. Cars is alright. Turning Red, I don't think I've ever watched. So I think my options will be The Incredibles, Ratatouille, and Monsters Inc. But I think out of all of these, it would have to be the one that I've rewatched the most, and that would be Monsters Inc. I absolutely adore Monsters Inc. Pick one of Riley's personality islands to hang out on. Goofball Island, Friendship Island, Hockey Island, Boy Band Island, Fashion Island, or Tragic Vampire Island. Okay, so the first 3 I don't think I would hang out there. I think for me it would be Boy Band Island, Fashion Island, and Tragic Vampire Island. But out of those, I think I have to go with Boy Band Island. I have to do Boy Band Island. Which Inside Out 2 human would you trust with a secret? Val, Riley, Mr. Anderson, Mrs. Anderson, Bree, Grace. I think out of all of these, I would trust Mrs. Anderson. She just seems like the perfect person to go to. I feel like she wouldn't even have any judgment. Choose an actor to star alongside in a movie. Pedro Pascal, Zendaya, Zac Efron, Selena Gomez, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Margot Robbie. I would pick from Zendaya and Margot Robbie. I think I would do Margot Robbie. I am a huge Margot Robbie fan. And finally, choose a new emotion to appear in the 3rd Inside Out movie. Love, riz, sympathy, calm, pensiveness, petty. Okay, so seeing how Riley is, I think I low-key want to see Petty, because I feel like she's so, like, she cares more about other people than herself, and I think we need her to step up for herself. So I'm gonna go Petty. Ennui. Your personality matches ennui. Like ennui, you're basically just here for the vibes. You tend to go with the flow and try not to let the stress get the better of you. You're fluent in sarcasm and probably spend a little too much time on your phone. Oh, this read me. We're gonna ignore that part of the description for the sake of me. Ennui is a purple color. He's purple, right? Okay, wait. I have the perfect book for this. Okay, so I'm gonna open up a picture of Ennui and we can discuss. He's basically bored on. He is purple, shades of purple and blue. Now I'm gonna pick a book, and I think I have 2 books that I can go for Ennui, and I'm just gonna grab them and I'm gonna bring them to you right now. I have acquired the books. Let's discuss my options. So I do have books on my book cart that match this color scheme of Ennui, but my main goal was to clear out some stuff from my November TBR, and it turns out I have 3 books on there that might possibly match with Ennui. I'm gonna tell you the books, and then we're gonna compare with Ennui, and we'll see which one matches most, and that's what we will start reading. First and foremost, we have Maybe in Another Life by Taylor Jenkins Reid. So I picked this because of the purple spine. That's like my main goal. I didn't think I was gonna pick this one, but then I went on my other book cart that has my November TBR, and I saw that this is a purple spine with blue tones. And then I have Hello Girls by Brittany Cavallero and Emily Henry. This is fully purple and it has these girls over here and it just has the vibes, you know? And then lastly I have Neon Gods by Katie Robert. Self-explanatory. Where is my picture of Ennui? Let's bring him up. Okay, so this is Ennui. I need to get a better, like, longer picture of him. So now, this one does match, but I feel like it's a little too dark for Ennui because the black comes out. I know I can take this one out. It's just too bright and the colors don't really go. Like it's too different of a purple. Neon God, but I feel like this one has too much black in. And then there's this one that's fully purple. I just looked up, is Ennui purple or blue? And it says in the movie Inside Out 2, Ennui is a purplish gray character who represents the emotion of boredom and listlessness. Inky blue and deep purple. It's a desaturated blue grayish shade, which is like the blue, but then it's like a deep purple. I think I'm going to go with Hello Girls just because the bangs and everything, like, I don't know, this gives me the vibe of Ennui for some reason. It's just giving Ennui. And then this is a little too dark for me, I think. Okay, we're gonna go with Hello Girls by Brittany Cavallero. This kind of stressed me out, but we're gonna go with Hello Girls by Brittany Cavallero. Okay, before I start reading, let me just read the back of the book for you guys so you guys know what this is about as well, and then I'll tell you guys as we go along my thoughts. Okay, best friends are forged by fire. For Winona, Elson, and Lucille Price, the fire happens the night they meet outside the police station, both deciding whether to turn their families in. Winona, seemingly perfect father, a celebrity weatherman, locks the pantry door to control her eating and leaves bruises where no one can see him. Lucille has been suffocating beneath the knees of her mother and her drug-dealing brother, wondering if there's more out there for her than a lifetime of barely getting by. One harrowing night, Winona and Lucille realize they need out now. All they need is $3,000 fast, and really a stolen convertible to take them from Michigan to Las Vegas can't hurt. Little Girls is a darkly funny, razor-sharp story of two young women who must reclaim their power if they're ever going to get away with their darling escape. Okay, wait, this is kind of interesting. This seems fun. So it's co-written by Emily Henry, so I have a feeling I'm gonna like this. And this has been sitting on my TBR card for ages now, so I think I'm really excited to get to this. So I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna start reading this. This is going to be a spoiler-free reading vlog, and I'll update you guys when I have thoughts. Now I'm gonna go grab my pens and we are gonna get to reading. I'm not gonna lie, I'm low-key freezing right now. It's the next day, so I'm here with an update. I have an update. I am on page 129, almost halfway through the book. So yesterday, I said I was gonna sit here and read. I ended up falling asleep, had horrible neck and lower head pain because I fell asleep while reading. So I was like in a weird position anyways. Now here we are. The entire day I was cleaning my room. I had some stuff I needed to get done. I was like mopping, I was cleaning. So I found that the audiobook for this book is on Spotify, so I started listening to the audiobook. Ever since I listened to Little Stranger, I've become open to audiobooks. I used to never look at audiobooks and be like, yeah, this is for me, but like right now I'm like seeing the convenience of it because I can just go around and instead of just sitting here and reading and feeling like I'm not getting anything else done, I can simultaneously do both. I don't know, I'm kind of liking the audiobook experience. I read about half of whatever progress I made on audiobook and then I sat downstairs and I was reading a bit, and now I think I can fully give you guys an update. So basically this book follows two girls, Winona and Lucille. Winona is from this very rich family. Her father is very rich, but he basically controls the pantry, controls her life, and he's very abusive. And Lucille, on the other hand, has I think she basically manages the household. She's from a very like poor family, and her mom, I don't know what's wrong with her mom. Her mom is basically succumbing to age, I think, and her brother is a drug dealer, and so she basically has this fight to like stash money away, but then her brother steals her money, so she doesn't really have that much money. She works as a waitress, and I think her mom works as a waitress as well. And when she ended up getting some money, she showed it to her mom, and her mom was like, yeah, I know this is your money, but like I don't know how we're gonna pay bills, I don't know how we're gonna do that. Meanwhile, you have Winona, who seems like she comes from a very perfect family because her father, who's a weatherman, is very highly respected and friends with everyone. He's so sweet and everything, but her mom had somehow vanished away. I think 8 years ago. One night, Winona's father basically burns her with a cigarette, and she ends up running to the police station, but then she realizes that everyone inside is her father's friend, so she's just standing outside, and at the same time, on the same timeline, Lucille finds out that her brother stole her stash of money from under the mattress, and they basically get in a fist fight, and she has these bruises all over her. So she goes to the cops. But instead of going inside, she goes up to Winona and she's like, huh, weird. And so they basically trauma bond in a way. They become best friends. So now it's been a couple months, I think, after that, and they're best friends, and they plan to run away because stuff starts happening. Don't want to spoil too much, but stuff starts happening in their respective households, and they're like, you know what, let's just go now. So Winona steals some money, Winona steals a car, and they start driving off to Vegas to find her mother. That's kind of where we're at. They're now at this casino, I think, and Winona is learning to play blackjack, and they're just kind of moving along. This book isn't like, it's good. I don't want to say it's a bad book, but like, I don't know what it is. It's a very, I think, character driven book, and I'm very picky with my character driven books, and that's why I think I haven't sped through it. I'm enjoying the experience. I'm not gonna say I don't like it. I do like it. I'm just not falling head over heels for it yet. I'm gonna continue reading now. I think I should be able to finish this book tomorrow, although I am going out. I have plans tomorrow, so maybe depending on when I get home. I have plans for the afternoon, so depending on when I get home, I do think I can finish this book tomorrow though. So we're gonna go read now, and I'll talk to you guys when either I get farther in or I'm done with the book, I think. Hello everyone, I have officially finished Hello Girls by Brittany Cavallaro and Emily Henry, and I'm ready to talk. Okay, so this book is very interesting. I originally was very weary of going into it. I don't know what it was, but it has been sitting on my bookshelf for so long, and I just never picked it up, and I feel like I wouldn't have picked it up if it wasn't for this video either. Even though it was on my November TBR, I just wasn't getting drawn to it. I'm surprisingly glad because this book was not bad. I think it was a pretty decent book. I think, what rating would I give it? I think I'm leaning towards a 3-star rating. Yeah, I think I'll give it a 3-star. Because I don't think it was phenomenal. It's not like, oh my god, I love it so much. But it's not a bad book. I think it's pretty good for what it is. So this book follows Winona and Lucille, who are two best friends who basically meet through a traumatic day outside of a police station. And they have this pact that one day they're going, when Winona is old enough to go to college, they're gonna go away to Chicago. They both are just dealing with their own family life in hopes of that day coming. So that's the one thing that they're looking forward to. But then something happens, and Winona's like, you know what, like, I need to leave now. Like, can we just jet lag into the world and leave? So they take Winona's grandfather's car, they take Lucille's brother's stash, and they head out. They want to escape their life. And so they meet people along the way who kind of support them. They come up with these alias names, they come up with all these different characters that they're becoming while they're going out. They're finding themselves, they're becoming confident within themselves. It's just a fun ride along with them. It's their journey of escaping their shitty life. Best part about this is their friendship. The whole time I'm reading this, I was like, they're in love with each other. There's no way that they're not. They can't stop complimenting each other. It's so pretty. Like, I love it. I love it so much. And it's like girlhood. It's one of those books that you read and you're like, you know what? I would do this for my best friends. And the back is correct. It's kind of like if Gone Girl were YA. I also, though, while I was reading it, I feel like this was such a good experience because I did read it, or I did listen to it on audiobook while doing a lot of my daily tasks. Because while I was reading it, I don't know what it was, but like it just felt so slow to read it. But then the audiobook, so I listen to audiobooks at 1.7 on Spotify, and it had a different emotion. And I think the narrator was really good, which is why I enjoyed it as an audiobook. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Not my favorite book, but not the worst book I've read. But yeah, that concludes the Inside Out Emotions picking my read. This was a really fun, interesting way to pick out a book from my TBR, because sometimes, although I am a mood reader, it's like my books just don't want me to read them. I guess my books are not in the mood to be read by me. This was just fun. It was a fun way to make sure that I read books that I haven't looked at. I'm satisfied. I like the results of this challenge, and I might do it again. So if you guys have any other ideas that you guys want me to do for like a single book reading vlog, I do know that I didn't update much. That is because I did listen to the audiobook, and I kind of, while I had the audiobook on, I was also cleaning my room because I like redid my room a little bit, and I was just in the experience. So I enjoyed this book. I had fun filming this video. I had fun picking out a book based on BuzzFeed quizzes. Let's stop the rambling and end this video here. this was fun. Hope you enjoyed. I enjoyed filming. I enjoyed talking to you guys. I enjoyed picking up a book that seemingly was not on my radar. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!